Well, hello, welcome to the Bench Impact series, the podcast offering a window to those leaders changing the world we live in, with your host, Jonathan Worsley, chairman of Bench Events. And on this podcast, I am delighted to be here with Arturo Rosa, founder of the South America Hotel Investment Conference, SAHIC. Welcome, Arturo.
Welcome, Jonathan, and thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you for joining my podcast. And here we are at the WTTC Summit in Seville, and launching a new event, I believe, in the Caribbean and Central America. Arturo, tell us a little bit about this new event.
It's great. Yeah, we are so exciting. Well, we have been discussed with you, no? Our partner. We created this partnership 2-3 years ago, and really was fantastic. And following our idea to be close to the opportunities, close to the people, and work in all the markets through Latin America, we will announce this new event for 2020, next March 30 and 31st. Will be the Caribbean and Central America, and really the exciting is because it's the continuation of some action, very important actions that we did together with SAHIC. The fantastic Cuba, SAHIC Cuba, 2 years ago, and then last year the Costa Rica event. Two fantastic and terrific events. Cuba, hugest market for the Caribbean, and Costa Rica, the more important market for Central America. But after discussing with the key players in the industry, you know very well that we walk every year, every month, all these markets. We stay in your offices, in your houses, discussing the needs that they have. Well, we decide this new announcement that will be not the last one, no? A new one.
Fantastic. That's very exciting. And who have you got behind this event at the moment? Is the industry supporting this?
Yeah, this was a decision. You know, as we ever said, SAHIC is a tool. It's a tool that we conduct, that we do a great effort, but it's a tool for the industry. And we are in contact permanently with that. And the more important players of the industry are supporting us for this new event that we will have in the first edition in Panama City. That is a great hub for all the regions, Central America and Caribbean. And as we do ever, we will move the event for the different markets, no? Trying to help the different markets to have the possibility to attract people from all over the world that we ever do with SAHIC in the different markets.
And develop their tourism infrastructure.
Yeah.
Remind me of the dates again?
It's March 30 and 31st, 2020 in Panama City.
Okay, that's great. That's really exciting. Now, just tell us a little bit about why SAHIC is so important to attend. What are you doing that's different as we change in this changing world we live in? What are you doing that's different?
Well, I appreciate the question because I think it's very important. SAHIC is a conference like there are others in the market, but the huge difference is that we are permanently walking the markets. We know the people. We are so open to attend all the needs. They are part of SAHIC. Like we ever said, I am SAHIC, you are SAHIC, he is SAHIC. All the industry, all the key players for the region, but plus the international key players that are trying to understand where are the opportunities. Well, we are permanently in touch with them. We travel a lot. Personally, I travel a lot, 70 or 75% of the time, walking the different markets, trying to understand what is happening, trying to receive information from all the people, and we put all together every edition that we realize. And this is a huge difference. We not only go to the offices of the government, we not only go to the offices of the different investors and so on. We have personal relations with them for the last 40 years. This is a huge difference.
Of course. It makes a great difference for making sure we get the right people attending the conference. And then SAHIC, of course, your annual event is going to be in Quito this year. Tell us what's going to be happening there.
Well, like we are proposing in the last 2-3 years, we are not only attending the needs specifically of the industry, but try to help to open mind that trying to understand not only what is happening, what will happen? What will happen? And this, I think, is a terrific tool, no? And it's not that we have all the answers. We try to facilitate the discussions, to facilitate the answers, provide for everybody that attend the industry. Last year, we did a huge change with the edition, and we continue. That is, to everybody that attends SAGI is a key attendant. He is part of the show. Everybody, independent if he stay in a speaker in the front, we create the atmosphere, and was a huge success to open. Everybody could be a speaker. Everybody can listen and can speak and express their idea, and this is fantastic. And we will have more news this year. We have a couple of terrific speakers. For example, this is Martin Pitaluga. Martin Pitaluga is founder and really a founder of La Huella. La Huella is a place when somebody say, well, I have a couple of days, I will go to Punta del Este. But have in mind that they will go to La Huella. La Huella is a destination at itself. It's a restaurant for the last 20 years, but it's a destination like is Club San in Saint-Tropez or something like that. And the other guy will be Carl Emberson from Punta Mita. The coincidence between these two guys, they create destinations. Will be amazing to learn how they did that, and which are the months that are, what happened with them, where they came from, no? And how they put this idea to create destinations. Those destinations, Punta Mita and Punta del Este, these two guys are really, well, like Cologne for America. No?
No, I can understand that. And you know what I can feel for you completely, Arturo, is your passion for what you do and the love you have for bringing people together and making sure that everybody has a great experience. I think this all goes back to the time when you were running hotels as well, this service that you provide. But tell us, we've been here at the WTTC Summit for the last 2 days. What's your takeaway from it? What have you learned from attending?
Well, was very important, and beyond the great experience to listen Mr. Obama, that really was great. But the more important, from Latin America, is to understand the general sense that mainly have the European investors, no? That the future is in Latin America, and it's an old story, no? When you are in one side, you say, well, it's like the garden of your neighborhood is best than yours, no? This is an old story. I think this is a great opportunity. And beyond what is happening with the whole economy, and especially the economies in Latin America right now, with the up and downs, with the non-globalization era, no? to come back to the past, I think that it's important to have in mind this idea, independent of the development that the tourist industry, the hotel industry has achieved in the last 10 years. No, there are a lot to do and a lot of opportunities. And I think that the Latin Americans will have a terrific future in the last 10, 20 years. And it's the time to begin to work on that.
And certainly the brands are all very active in the region as well, aren't they?
Absolutely. Like, 5-10 years ago, the brands attend more of the markets in Latin America from US, from Washington, from New York, from Miami.
And now they've got bases.
And now they have bases in different markets, and they began with São Paulo in Brazil or some market in the Caribbean, but more and more they understand that they need to put more people in the Latin American markets, because they know very well that the future will be amazing.
Fantastic. Well, Arturo, thank you so much for joining my podcast today on the Bench Impact. What an exciting thing that we as a partnership are doing, launching this new event. And
sure,
can't wait to get this to the marketplace.
Thank you for the opportunity, and to close, really that we share this challenge, and we share this passion. I know that you are a patient guy also.
Absolutely,
and I am so happy to share with all these new ventures.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Arturo.
Thank you, Jonathan.